This very short video is to show how to add a slider to a morph, and for this particular demonstration I'm going to keep it very simple, and I'm just going to add a sphere or something like that. So we're going to go through the same process as normal in which you would add a morph. So in this particular case we're working in MODO 601. We've got the sphere. We're going to go to the lists and we're going to create a brand new morph. I'm going to call this bulge, and then we right click and add morph influence. So we've got that. We go to here, the morph here, and let's just expand this a little bit. Bulge, and I'm just going to go and just create a bulge in it. So I'm going to go to sculpt, get the move tool, and create that bulge in it. So that's something that we can definitely see. There we go, the bulge. Okay, now that we've done this, we need to add a locator in the scene. So we're going to go in the animate tab where we can have access to this rather quickly. Add the locator, press the W key, and we'll just move this to the side, and this is going to be the handle that activates the these sliders on the screen here. Now at the moment by default this doesn't look like much, it's just something standard, but if we go over to here where we go to display, we can change the way it looks, including its size. Now we've got draw options here, but what we really want to be looking at is this label. We're going to call this, I'm going to call this morph, like that, and we can change the offset in which the label is shown so that we can actually see it away from what we're actually going to be adding next. So we go to the locator, shape. Yes, we can add a shape. I'm going to add a custom shape. We don't want a box. We're going to add, I don't know, a cone maybe. Nah, stick with a spear, and we don't want it solid, and we do want to change the size of that because it's rather large. Okay, great. Now that we've done that and we've got this selected, we now want to create a channel that's added to that. So we're going to make sure that we are in the correct place, and at the moment we're not in the correct place. So we're in the animate tab, which is where we should be. We need to go to modifiers and then add user channel. I'm going to call this bulge, and the user channel is literally a slider. The minimum maximum 0 to 100, that's perfect for this, and I want it to be a percentage type scale. So we're going to click OK, and that's done. Now that we've done this, we need to now link our channel to activating this. So for this, what we have to have is a channel hole. But first of all, we need to create the link between that and the other. So we've added the channel. We go to channel links and we select that as the driver, and the morph influence is what we're going to be driving, and we're going to select we just go down there, you'll see this bulge, and we want to control the strength of that bulge. Make sure that's definitely loaded. No, it wasn't. The strength, and then we want a direct link to that. We could add that link. We can now close this down. Now we go to channels, and you'll see that what we've got here, we go down to here, we press C, we now see this channel hole, which I mentioned. The channel hole is basically the visibility for the channel. Now you can see when we move it up and down we get the morph. However, In this particular case, we need to make sure that this is visible. It automatically comes up when we click on it, because at the moment it doesn't. When we click away from this, we click on this, it doesn't do anything. It's pretty simple to set up. We go to assembly, and in MODO 601 it's automatically got some commands in here. So we want it to select, default is yes. We want the command to be item channel hole. It's as simple as that. Now that when we click on this, the channel hole will come up, and then we can then control that. Easy, eh? Now that we've done this, we need to make sure we need to be able to animate it. So to animate it, we need to create an initial keyframe. We don't click on here to make the keyframe. We need to make sure we select the channel, and we select this particular which is here, the bulge, and we just right click and create a key. You can see it's added there. Once we've added this, we can leave that there now. Now when we move forward in time, we can apply the morph, and it's animatable. Pressing the spacebar any time will disable the channel hole, will drop it like a tool, and clicking on it again will bring it up. And you can do this for as many as you want. So we've added that particular morph influence, as you can see there, and we can go through and make more and more and more of these. So that's say an example. We go back to here, we create a new map, we call this squash. We want to create a new morph influence. I'm going to rename this so it's meaningful. And do exactly the same thing as before. So with this selected again, we're going to go to channel links. That's the driver. Oh, we've got to add a user channel, of course. We haven't added the user channel yet. So with that locator selected, we add another user channel. It's going to be our driver. And we'll just make sure that it has added that. There you go, squash. Now we'll go to channel link. Go right down to the bottom, and there it is. And then we want to select our new morph influence, which is squash, to be driven, and for its strength. Squash strength, add link. Now we've got two. Of course, at the moment we've not really applied anything to this at the moment, so that's just apply that. Normally we would go ahead to apply that first, but being that we haven't actually done anything yet, we just make a morph for it now, and we're going to squash it. That'll do. Add 100% it's squashed. I've got a feeling that this should have been something that I should have done before. It seems to have done it. That should have been left 100%. And there we go. You notice that we've got no keyframe there. This is because we need to set all of our morphs up first. When we go to channels, we select all of those morphs and then we create a key for all of them at the same time. Like that. And that's how we do it.